You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Wednesday marks exactly 8 months since the now infamous 20 February community transmission event. It was in the early hours of that day that 4 Chinese women bribed their way out of quarantine at Sokha Hotel. 2 of them were COVID-19 positive. 1 of them had the Alpha variant. Their night on the town unleashed a wave of infection and death that has cost Cambodia dearly. But 8 months on, there is finally light at the end of the tunnel, as EAC News reporter Reo Soko explains.
It was not the first outbreak Cambodia had. It was thought, like the previous 2, that it would be quickly contained, but it wasn't. On the 19th of February, the day before that reckless night on that town, Cambodia had barely 500 cases and 0 deaths. Fast forward 8 months, and the kingdom has lost 2,693 people to COVID-19. 117,201 people have been infected. School closures, lockdowns, curfews, and other administrative measures followed. But Cambodia's second wave came just as it started rolling out vaccines. And 8 months later, the royal government's efforts have turned the tide. Schools have reopened along with many other businesses, and quarantine measures for international arrivals have been eased. Given recent statements from Prime Minister Hun Sen, it would seem the country is only weeks away from a full reopening, both of its economy and its borders. Cambodia has been hailed by international organizations and governments around the world for its rapid vaccination rollout, one of the fastest in the world and second only to Singapore in Southeast Asia. As the kingdom inched closer to herd immunity, along came Pichuben and the ultimate test. The Prime Minister said that 10 to 15 days immediately following the holiday would be the key in whether or not the country could reopen. On Tuesday of this week, he told an anxious nation that it had passed the test and that the kingdom was on track to start a new normal, just where Cambodia would have been had those 4 Chinese nationals not bribed their way out of quarantine. No one will ever know. But 8 months later, the collective efforts of a nation have turned the tide on the country's second wave and set the stage for its long-awaited post-pandemic recovery. Rhea Soko, EAC News.